So I used to hear people talk a lot about how social media is messing up relationships. I didn't have really personal experience with it because for me, for a reason, I have not really had much of that kind of experience. Until one day when I went to some restaurant, it was actually an open air restaurant, and I sat somewhere, some corner, and then slowly I saw a family come in. I think a family of three children and the mother and the father. So they came in, walked from the car all the way to just a bench that was just opposite me. So I decided to watch them a little bit because they kind of attracted my attention from the car. Each one of them, alighted from the car with a gadget in their hand, and each one of them was actually doing something with this gadget, and that's how the walk was all the way to the bench. So the father first, and then the kids, and then the mother. So they sat there, some on this side, the others on this side, facing each other. However, they didn't talk to each other. So I had finished what I was doing, but I decided to, hang on a bit and just see how will this family eventually end. And to my surprise, 1 hour later, food has been served, people ate, and people actually walked back to the car, having said no word to each other. So I was left wondering, this could have been meant to be a family lunch out. Was it? Because they're actually together, but they are not together. Mentally, relationally, they're actually elsewhere. Each one of them, from the younger child on a tablet, and and the other one on a phone, and the other one was on a phone, and the parent on a phone, and that was just the whole situation the entire time. It left me wondering, how much are we being intentional in terms of supporting our children and actually raising these children? If a family day out or lunch out can actually be just any other moment where people are in their own worlds and yet together, then I was left wondering, we should do better. So that's how far the desire for entertainment, the clamor for fun, for excitement, and the ease with which it can reach our homes and our households through these gadgets have actually invaded the family, and is actually making it almost impossible for the family to relate, even over food or over a meal. Now, a question for you, parent. How are you building family, let me call them family culture, in a way that you can still connect, you can still talk, all right? Sometimes when I speak with parents of teenagers and they tell me, I just don't know what to do with these people because they keep to themselves too much. They are ever in their rooms. When food is ready, they come and serve and they go to their rooms and they just keep to themselves. When they are sitting in the sitting room or rather living room, they are there, but they're on their phones and all those kind of things. And so with that experience, I'm now convinced, there's no culture that was built early enough that over mail people share as a family, people talk to each other, people put gadgets away. There's no culture that was built that at a certain time at night people go to sleep. If it's phones, they're left in the living room. If it's Wi-Fi, it's switched off. There's no culture that enhanced relationship building, and therefore when these people are older, then there is no way you can actually enforce that connection. It can't just happen at that point. Anyway, let me hear your story and your experiences as we talk about fatherhood and parenthood and teenagers.